Good morning, Dr. Teh. In this presentation, I would like to show you how did I crawl all the stock information in Bursa Malaysia main market from the STAR website. Our group members all take a different approach to this crawling assignment. This is my approach. I'm using a two database table design. The first database table is a stock link table, which is to store the stock symbol and the URL links to the stock details page. And the second table is a stock table, which is to store the opening prices, the closing prices, and the details and other details of the stock. To do that, I have three Python scripts. The first one is a dboperation.py, which handles all the database operation, including creating a table, inserting a record into a table, and viewing all the records in the table. The second one is a stock list crawler.py, which is to crawl the stock list from the main market. And all the stock information, which including the stock symbol and the stock link, to be stored inside the stock link table. The third script is a stock crawler.py, which is to crawl the stock details based on the information from the stock link table, which is you crawl all the opening prices, closing prices, and other information of the stock. First, we have to use a DB operation to create a table first. Here I'm using SQLite as a database. In the future, I might change to PostgreSQL. Here we create a table. The table is created. Then we use stock list crawler to crawl all the stock in the main market. You can see that here the stock in the main market is divided into 15 sectors. Each of these sectors contains a link to the page, and this is a sector. Each of these pages contain a HTML table that have a list of stocks. So we crawl all these 15 links to get all the list of stocks and save all the stocks into the stock link table. This process will take around 30 seconds. I have created a Python framework so that it will print out the line to show me the progress of the scraping. After this process is finished, we have to check in the database to ensure that every data is stored into the stock link table so that we can proceed to the stock crawler. Okay, the crawling process is done. Now we have to check the stock link table. See that from the stock link table, we have get around 1005 stock. Each of these is a stock symbol, and this is a link to the stock, and this is a sector. All these have come from different sector and the different stock symbol. The most important thing is this stock link. We have to crawl the stock details using this stock link. So now we proceed to the stock crawler. The stock crawler will crawl all this information such as date, time, company name, opening prices, highest price of the day, lowest prices of the day, the closing prices, the stock code, the volume, the buy volume, the sell volume, based on this link. All this information crawled will be stored into the stock table. You can see that here I have created a session handling to handle this part because this link sometimes is not valid, so it might cause a problem in this extracting part. If it's not valid, it will throw an error and stop this whole program. So you have to restart this program again to crawl all the information. With this exception handling, it won't exit the program every time we encounter an invalid link. It will just skip this link and then continue to the next one. All this information will be stored into the stock table, so we can see from the stock table later to check if all the information is crawled. So this process might take around 15 minutes, so it might be too long to show in this presentation. Let me show you what I've done before in a different database. You can see that I have crawled around 4,772 records. You have to run the stock crawler several times because the prices of the stock updated periodically. We can run the stock crawler several times to get each information. You can see that the date and the time is different. when we crawl the stock, we have to keep track of this date time so that we can create a good time series data later on. Can run this several times more to get more information, get the latest information here. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you.